Hello, this is the nurse again. So, it's been a while since gumawa ulit ako ng video. So, let's start. So, Financial Independence Day, June 12, 2017. So, in this webinar, you will learn bagger setup, parabolic run, importance of high volume, stocks ranking through nurse screener. So, magpo-focus lang po yung webinar natin sa apat na topics na to. Alright, so continuing. So, I would like to show you yung mga top monthly gainers since May 2016 to May 2017, last month. So, from the bottom, tingin po tayo sa bottom. So, May 2017, ang top gainer is Tugo, followed by WPI, ABG. Then, April 2017, MRC, CPM, RCB. March 2017, MRC, MCP, MAC. February 2017, LMG, ALCO, BSC. January 2017, ALCO, LMG, Baita. December 2016, TUGS, IDC, DFNN. Alright, so on. So, ito naman po, yung year-on-year top gainers, June 2016 up to June 2017. So, ang nanguna is MRC, 366%, ALCO, 342%, MRP, 281%, MRP or MCP. Ito po, yan yung bagong name po ng MCP, MRP, followed by Tugo, 253%. MY 194%, WPI 155%, TUGS 154%, PPC 140%, Baita 140%, ABG 136%, IMI 126%, STI 120%. So from this list of gainers that I showed you earlier, I analyzed the bagger setup. So ano ba yung what is bagger setup, bagger stock or multi-bagger stock? Nag-research po ako sa Wikipedia. A multi-bagger stock is an Indian financial jargon for equity which gives a return of more than 100%. Kailangan daw po yung stock ay magbibigay ng return ng more than 100%. Kapag more than 100% na, it is considered already as a bagger daw. Bagger. Although multi-bagger stocks exist everywhere in this term is more commonly used in emerging markets. Subsequently, a 10-bagger is a stock which gives returns equal to 10 times the investment. And a 20-bagger stock gives a return of 20 times. So, in simplest way, ang bagger daw po, ulitin ko, ay yung nakapagbigay ng more than 100% gain. Okay, for a particular period. Ang mga examples nito ay ito, tingin tayo sa baba. Doon sa Nasdaq in 2015, Energy Focus 1,700%, EBIX 200%, Expedia 200%. So, hindi ko po alam yung mga mga stock na yan, kung ano yung mga yan. So, pinakita lang po dito yung mga example niya. Okay? So, kanina, pinakita ko po sa inyo yung mga bagger po year on year. Ayan po, makikita nyo. Okay? So, MRC, masasabi natin triple bagger, ALCO, triple bagger, MRP close to triple bagger, Tugo, more than 2 bagger. Okay? So, ganyan po siya. So, continuing, so, I just want to show yung, simple moving average. So, sa mga newbies, it is a simple moving average is a widely used indicator in technical analysis that helps smooth out price action by filtering out the noise from random fluctuations. It is a trend following because it is based on past prices a simple moving average. SMA is an arithmetic moving average calculated by adding the closing price of the security for a number of time periods and dividing this total by a number of time periods. Ang rule po dito, if a shorter term simple moving average is above a longer term moving average, an uptrend is expected. So, makita nyo po dito, source Investopedia, makita po natin na nagkaroon ng crossover siya. Yun, crossover. Yung SMA 15 days, above dun sa SMA 50, sa price na around 15.5. So, from there, tuloy-tuloy tumaas yung yung stock na to until 24. So, kung mapapansin nyo, yung stock na to, sa illustration below, hindi siya bumaba dun sa SMA 15. So, we can consider also na yung mga simple moving averages can serve as support. Okay? When the price is above those particular moving average, it is considered also as support. Okay? Comparison of shorter time frame and longer time frame simple moving average. So, source Investopedia. Actually, basically, sa mga matatagal ng mga traders, napaka-simple na to, napaka-basic na to. Okay? So, inuulit ko lang. The longer the time frame for the moving average, the smoother the simple moving average. So, sinasabi dito, the longer, for example, SMA 100, SMA 200, SMA 250. So, ang time period niya, masyadong mataas, 100 days, 200 days, 250. Okay? Sinasabi dito na mas smoother daw siya. Okay? Shorter term moving average is more volatile. Kapag mas mababa naman yung moving average na ginagamit nyo, mas volatile siya. Okay? Ibig sabihin, mas magalaw siya or kumbaga prone siya sa yung price nag-cross above dun sa moving average o bumaba bigla, something ganon. So, short-term moving average used for short-term trading and longer-term moving averages more suited for long-term investors. So, short-term trading, ibig sabihin nun yung mga swing traders, scalpers, yan yung mga ginagamit nila, mga short-term moving averages. Then, longer-term moving averages like SMA 100, SMA 200, sa mga investors naman siya or sa mga position traders. Pwede rin sa mga position traders. The 200-day moving average is widely followed by investors and traders, which breaks above and below this moving average, consider it is to be an important trading signal. So, pinapakita po dito dun sa na yung 200-day moving average is a very important trading signal. Kapag ang price is nag-cross above this 200 moving average, nakikita siya ng mga investors and traders, tapos nakaka-attract siya na bilhin. Kasi it will it can start of a possible uptrend or short trend kapag short trade kapag yung price is nag-cross below naman sa 200 moving average. So for my personal observation, simple moving average acts as a dynamic support and resistance. Okay? The longer is the time frame for moving average, the stronger it acts as support or resistance. Kaya kung sinabi dito kapag support or resistance, depende kasi kung ang price is above dun sa simple moving average. As I mentioned earlier, the moving average acts as support. Kapag naman yung price is below dun sa moving average, making resistance naman yung moving average. Number 3, from what I know, the SMA 200 is the barometer of investors if a stock is trending up or down. If the price is above, it is or will be trending up. If the price is below, it is or will be trending down. Previous illustrations shows that the price rallied after the SMA 15 crossed above SMA 50. Okay, so let's observe this in my examples, how the two longer time frame SMA cross over from each other. Okay, so tignan naman po natin yung my examples. Okay, so here it is, the SMA 100, SMA 200 sa MRC. Makikita nyo, meron siyang crossover at 0.0086. Tapos, hindi na bumaba yung price below sa SMA 200. Yung red line, ito yung SMA 100, and yung blue line is SMA 200. So, makikita nyo. So, napakaganda siya sa position traders. Okay, continuing. Alco. Ayun o, nakita nyo, meron din siyang crossover at 0.23 last June. So, ang ganda, diba? Hindi na, yung price niya, hindi na rin bumaba below dun sa SMA 200. So, napakaganda, diba? So, next one is MCP or MRP, daily chart. So, ayun, nag-cross siya ng crossover 2.74. Ang price niya, hindi na rin bumaba sa SMA 200. Okay? Continuing, M-wide. Ayun, nagkaroon siya ng intersection sa 5.95. At hindi na rin bumaba ang price below SMA 200. Okay? Continuing, PAGS. Ayun, nagkaroon siya ng intersection sa 1.19. Tuloy-tuloy siya. Okay? PPC. Ayun, no? Kitang-kita. Nagkaroon siya ng intersection na 2.55. Hindi na rin siya bumaba sa SMA 200. BITA. Intersection sa 0.69. Bumaba siya ng konti last December. Pero umakyat din siya above dun sa SMA 200. Ayun. Pero from March 2016 until September 2016, napakaganda ng rally ng BITA. Base lang dun sa sa intersection ng SMA 100 and SMA 200. Kita nyo? So, continuing STI. See? Nagkaroon siya ng crossover at 0.51. At di na siya bumaba sa sa SMA 200, the blue line. So, based on this information, based on these examples, makikita natin na yung kahalagahan ng longer time frame moving averages, lalo na kapag nagkaroon siya ng intersection. Na-observe ko lang to sa mga mga baggers. Okay? So, napakaganda niya sa position traders. So, what stocks that have a potential to be a bagger or multi-bagger stocks based on the SMA 200 crossover? So, ito po yung yung mga stocks kung kailan siya nagkaroon ng crossover at anong price siya nagkaroon ng crossover. Okay? So, makakatulong po sa inyo to. So, ang kagandahan nito kapag nagkaroon ng crossover na recently lang, tapos meron siyang kumbaga supported ng volume, napakaganda nun. Okay? So, dito sa list na to, nakikita ko Jenny. Ayun, 7 days ago at 1.15. Okay, so, diba? Napangingintay nyo. Patience lang talaga para mag-hold dun sa isang stock. Okay? Last month, Jerry, nasa pa to below, nasa near piso pa to Jerry. Okay, what else? So, yan. So, continuing on our next topic is parabolic run or parabolic move. So, what is parabolic? So, parabolic uptrend stock. A stock moves parabolic at the end of extreme uptrends and is seen when panic buying sets in and prices are driven vertically. During a parabolic uptrend, there is almost a complete absence of sellers, which creates a vacuum of buying. This occurs only on momentum stocks as traders rush to just get in into the stock regardless of the price, in fear of being left behind. Parabolic moves can make the largest price moves in the shortest amount of time, but are dangerous places to buy a stock when you overstay. When a stock moves parabolically, it often marks the end of a move with prices not returning to the ultimate highs again for a long time. So, the term parabolic move is derived from mathematical term parabola. If you have googled the term parabola, then you have probably seen the picture of what a parabola looks like. Now apply this to a stock and you are witnessing what is called parabolic move. In a parabolic move, a stock starts going up, buying interest increases dramatically, sending the stock into orbit. The stock is basically moving up in a straight line, giving the chart a look of a parabola. So, makita po natin dito sa example from Stock Bandit. So, EXM. So, makita natin from August to November, ang price from 9 pesos tuloy-tuloy napunta sa sa 59. Okay? So, yung sa previous example, sa previous explanation, sinasabi dito na na yung nagkakaroon na ng panic or yung merong euphoria dun sa isang stock na mataas na siya, na yung ibang traders, investors, yung iba na track na parang gusto nang bilhin yung yung isang stock whatever the price. Okay? This stock, itong EXM, this stock went parabolic and gained in volume and price move at the end of the run. What began as an uptrend quickly became panic buying, driving the stocks vertically higher. So, ano ba yung mga mga stock na naging parabolic? Tingnan natin yung mga examples. Okay? But before that, another notes, when prices are uptrend at ever-increasing speed, they form a parabolic curve, which should cause us to feel ever-increasing caution. With parabolic moves, we never know when the final top will arrive because of the frenzy of buying driving the move. But we know that the vertical moves cannot be sustained, and ultimately, we can expect that the parabolic will collapse, with prices falling as quickly as they advance. Conclusion for this parabolic. Parabolic up moves are exciting to ride, but there's almost certain danger that the rocket will run out of fuel, resulting in a rapid collapse of prices. Trying to pick the final top for this kind of move could be dangerous to oneself, but being aware of the potential danger can be useful in managing positions. So, ano ba yung mga natandaan yung mga parabolic? MRC, recently, Tugo, yung mga ganun, IMI, yung mga ganyan mga stocks. Kita nyo na parang, na parang sa lahat ng mga chat groups, sa lahat ng mga group chats, sa mga groups, pinapag-usapan yung mga stock na yan. Okay? So, bibigay ko yung mga example ng mga parabolic. Okay? So, since we already know what is parabolic, how can we spot the parabolic stock? And how do we know if a stock is starting to be parabolic? The theory for this was clearly shown by Senor Spyprat, and I am just the one who created a screener for his theory. Here are some examples. So, ang nagpasimuno ng theory para ma-spot yung parabolic stock based on RSI is si Senor Spyprat. Okay? Kinuha ko lang yung concept, yung principle, at ginawa ko ng screener. Okay, so ito yung mga example. So, MRC, ayan may kita nyo, parabolic siya at 0.28 price. Ayun RSI just broke above 70 level. Ayan, 0.28, yung MRC 0.28. Ano yung pinaka-high nung MRC? 0.48, di ba? Bago bumagsak. Okay? Continuing, RCB, ayan RCB, parabolic siya at 42.1. So, ano na bang price ng ng RCB ngayon? 60 pesos. Okay. So, continuing MCP, nagkaroon siya ng parabolic at the price around 6.72. 6.72. Okay? Yung para masabing parabolic, nakabase yan sa RSI setting na 30. Tapos, kapag ang daily RSI exceeds weekly RSI. So, ganun po siya. Okay? So, MCP, 6.72. Ano bang price niya na? Near 9 pesos ang MCP or MRP ngayon. Okay? So, CPM. So, parabolic siya at 0.65. Ayun may kita nyo sa RSI. Nag-broke above 70 level. So, nag-trigger ng parabolic. Okay? CPM, ulitin ko, parabolic at 0.65. Then, to go. Actually, parabolic siya at 8.75. Then, bumagsak siya sa 70, na wala siya sa parabolic, tapos tumaas siya ulit. So, nag-trigger naman ng parabolic sa price na around 12.5. So, ano na ba ngayon ng tugo? Ang tugo ngayon is what I remember is 25 to 26 ang price. Okay? So makikita natin na na from these examples na pinakita ko na napaka-profitable yung mga parabolic stock na within short period of time magkakaroon ka ng considerable gain. Yun nga lang, you need to trade cautiously. You need to trade na aware kayo sa danger. Okay? Kasi naalala nyo yung sa MRC, naging parabolic sa 0.28, tapos ang high niya 0.48, tapos kung nakabili ka sa taas 0.48, kung humabol ka dun sa di ipit ka ngayon, parang ganun. So, continuing. So, what stocks that is currently in parabolic run? So, sa system natin, sa screener natin, meron tayo nito. So, ito yung mga stock. Isulat nyo na. Baka makatulong sa inyo. So, IMI, ANI, SMPH, TFHI, ROX, East West, Tugo, ICT, PERC, SSI. Okay, tapos makikita nyo rin dito kung ano yung price, kung kailan siya naging parabolic. So, para magamit ito ng mas maganda kasi mas makabili kayo yung kakaparabolic pa lang na stock. Kakasimula pa lang maging parabolic. So, from this list, ang nag-reach yung level ng parabolic is SSI. Okay? SSI. Tapos, ang nakikita ko pa dito na pwedeng tumaas pa is PERC. At yung ROX tumaas nung last Friday. So, meron pa siyang gas. Meron pa siyang yung IMI, tingin ko magpo-pullback muna siya near 12 bago tumaas ulit. Okay? So, yan. So, continuing on our next topic, importance of volume. So, what is volume? So, again, from Wikipedia, in capital markets, volume or trading volume is the amount or total number of security of a given set of securities for an entire market that were traded during a given period of time in the context of a single stock trading on a single exchange. So, punta na tayo sa significance. Trading volume is usually higher when the price of a security is changing. So, kapag mataas daw yung yung mataas daw yung volume, ibig sabihin, it's either malapit nang mag-change yung mag-change considerably, either pataas o pababa yung price ng isang stock. News about a company's financial status, products, or plans, whether positive or negative, will usually result in temporary increase in the trade volume of its stocks. So, ano bang mga example nito? Naalala niyo yung ore before, I think 2 weeks ago, tumaas yung ore from 0.7, I think 0.7, tumaas siya up to 1.18 ata, tapos bumaba ulit siya sa 1 point. So, sa 1.12. So, it was triggered by good income nung ore. Okay? Katulad din siya ng ng PERC. Kung maalam niyo yung PERC, nag-almost ceiling siya before from price na basta nag-almost ceiling yung PERC because maganda din kasi yung income niya. Okay? Shifts in trade volume can make observed price movements more significant. Higher volume for a stock is an indicator or higher liquidity in the market. Okay? So, hindi naman siya rin importante to. So, continuing, if fuel is needed for a car to run, kung yung fuel daw ay kinakailangan para yung isang sasakyan ay makatakbo, volume is needed for a stock price to rise. Okay? So, nakita nakuha niyo yung analogy? If fuel is needed for a car to run, volume is needed for a stock price to rise. Okay? Continuing. If a sledgehammer has the power to break walls, increasing or high volume has the power to break resistance. So, yan po yung analogy, dalawang analogy for the volume. Okay? If a sledgehammer has the power to break walls, increasing or high volume has the power to break resistance. So, continuing, ito yung mga examples. Itong stock na to, ito yung stock na ROX. So, makikita nyo, nag-breakout siya sa 3.37, breakout with high volume. Actually, kapag merong breakout, para masabing valid yung breakout, kailangan malaki yung volume niya. At hindi lang malaki yung volume, kailangan maraming participant. Hindi lang, sabihin natin, hindi lang baka cross-trade lang. Hindi, kasi maraming participants, maraming nag-trade nung stock na to during the day of breakout. So, may kita nyo, breakout with high volume. So, tingin kayo sa baba, ay may kita nyo, before that breakout, sa 3.37, medyo mataas yung volume. Ayun, mataas yung volume. So, after it broke out, tuloy-tuloy siyang tumaas until 4.83. Tapos, last Friday, nag-breakout ulit siya with high volume again. So, from 4.6, around 4.6, nag-close sa 5.08. Okay? So, ganyan ka-importante yung yung volume. So, from the volume lang, magkakaroon na tayo ng idea kung magtutuloy ba yung stock o hindi, or yung breakout ba niya is valid or hindi, or yung yung possible breakout ba is malapit na or hindi. Okay? So, continuing. So, this one, I think this is, I forgot the stock. So, mapapansin nyo ng breakout, may high volume siya. Tapos, yung sa pagtaas ng stock na to, makikita nyo, sa bandang baba, yung volume niya, matataas. Hindi na siya, kumbaga nasa above normal na yung volume niya. So, nabanggit ko kanina, if the fuel is kinakailangan para sa sasakyan is tumakbo, yung volume naman is kinakailangan para yung isang stock ay tumaas. Okay? So, ito yung practical application nun. So, kapag may breakout ulit, kailangan mataas yung volume. Okay? So, this is NRCP. So, nag-breakout siya, tapos prior breakout, ayun high volume before yung 35% rally niya last Monday. So, NRCP. So, ang price ngayon ng NRCP around 0.96 ata. Okay? So, ayan. Yun yung clue lagi, yung volume. So, continuing. So, this one. So, volume is, so, this is STI. Pansin nyo, before nung breakout, actually, all-time high na yung, 52-week high. 52-week high ng STI. So, before nung breakout niya, sa 1.2021, is, nakikita nyo, malaki na yung volume niya. So, eminent o kumbaga magkakaroon na tayo ng confidence na mag-breakout talaga yung STI based pa lang sa volume. Okay? So, last two volume niya is mataas. So, I think abot pa to ng 1.5 level or nasa 2 pesos pa itong STI. Okay? So, what stocks has a very high to above normal volume? So, ito po yung mga stock na matataas yung volume, very high, above normal. Last Friday. Okay? So, yan po. So, hindi po pinapakita dyan kung ang stock ay gainer ba o hindi. Pinapakita lang po yung volume status. Kung mataas ba o hindi. Okay? So, mataas yung volume ng NRCP. Yan. SBS, LRP, yan. STI, mataas. STI, SSP, mataas. Ayan. Okay? So, STI might continue pa yung rally niya in this coming week. SSP, ganun din. Mataas din yung kasi yung volume niya. Okay? GSMI, check nyo na lang kung ano meron sa GSMI, ba't mataas yung volume niya. Okay? So, continuing. So, what stocks has recently broke out? Yung nagkaroon ng breakout last Friday or in the previous trading days and has above normal to very high volume. So, ayun makikita natin breakout yung tapet, yung LRW, LR, MRC, PMPC, GSMI. Yan. Nakikita niyo, meron ditong breakout validity. Kung valid ba yung breakout. Naalala yung sinabi ko, yung kapag yung breakout is mataas yung volume, pinapakita din dito. Tapos makikita nyo rin dito kung sa mga users ng Ichimoku, sa price Kumo or price relative to Kumo or relative to Cloud. So, ayan, Kumo breakout yung tapet with high volume. LRW breakout with high volume also. Or, ano pa ba? PMPC can then breakout with high volume. So, check nyo na lang. Okay? So, meron yan sa ating system, sa screener. Okay, continuing. So, to our last topic. Stocks ranking through the nurse screener. In our school days, we compete to be in the top of the class. Basically, this is the simplest form of ranking students based on their grades on various subjects. Most often, teachers set minimum grade per subject in order for a student to be included in the top. Then finally, the teacher takes the general average of the top students, and from this data, ranks students from top 20 to top 1. Okay, so lahat naman tayo naging estudyante, di ba? So alam natin to, yung mga nagtatop sa sa class, kung paano kinukuha ng teacher natin at paano siya nagbe-base, kung paano malalaman kung sino yung mga top. Okay? Okay, so this one example, typical example of ranking. Okay? So continuing, how about the point system for accepting immigrants, where an applicant is given points depending on his/her eligibility on various parameters. So, ito po yung point system sa immigrants na gusto pumunta sa Canada. So, ina-assess po, ina-evaluate po yung applicants based on some parameters. Tapos, binibigyan siya ng corresponding points. Okay? So, logically, kapag mas mataas yung point mo, mas malaki yung chances mo na ma-accept yung application sa immigration. So, ano po yung significance nitong ranking system sa mga estudyante at point system sa pag-apply as immigrant sa Canada? So, from these concepts, from these principles, pwede rin para nating i-apply siya sa stocks, na malalaman natin kung ano ba yung rank ng isang stock, ano ba yung point, particular point ng isang stocks based on various parameters. Okay? So now, if the system with point system and ranking can be used in stocks, will it be helpful? I think so. Yes, it will be helpful. Will it make stock selection more easier? Definitely. Okay? So, ito po yung main screener sheet nung nurse screener. So, andito, points was given to, eto particular column, all score rank, points was given to a stock based on various technical parameters. And then, stocks were ranked from the highest score to the lowest. So, eto po yung result ng ranking last Friday. Okay? So, number 1 is GSMI. High volume siya. So, investigate natin kung ano ba meron sa GSMI. Bale, yung dito, yung score dito, is accumulated points on various parameters, technical parameters ng isang stock. So, sumunod is SSP with a score of 55, PMPC 52, top 4 is IMI, top 5 is MRC, top 6 STI, top 7 SSI, top 8 ICT, top 9 LRW, and so on and so forth. So, makikita nyo dito, pwede nyo kunin nyo lang yung top 10, tapos doon lang kayo mag-trade. Okay? Mas pinadali nyo yung trabaho nyo kaysa maghanap kumbaga isa-isa nyo pa yung stocks. Okay? Ang stocks para sa Philippine Stocks Exchange is approximately 240 plus ang stocks niya. So, ang dami nun para isa-isa nyo para malaman dun kung ano ba yung may potential o wala. Okay? So, gano'n lang pala yung system, no? Point system and ranking. Okay? So, continuing. So, conclusion. So, number 1, bagger setup starts with a crossover SMA 100 above SMA 200 and can be used for position trading. So, ito pala yung ito yung na-observe ko. So, pwede nyo ding kunin yung yung information, i-adapt yung information para magamit yung in your daily trading. Number 2, SMA 200 and SMA 100 acts as a strong support for bagger setup. So, an investor can stay long as the price is above this 2 moving average. Pinakita ko sa inyo kanina na after mag-crossover, yung particular stock, hindi na siya bumaba dun sa SMA 200. So, napakaganda niya sa position traders saka sa mga investors. Okay? So, number 3, parabolic run or moves gives maximum gains in a short period of time. However, it's highly dangerous once uptrend ends. Okay? Mga example to yung MRI, RCB, Togo, yan. Kumbaga, ang laki ng considerable yung mataas yung gains nyo in a short period of time. Kaso, dangerous kapag kumbaga, na-reach niya na yung pinaka-peak niya. Okay? Kasi mabilis siyang bumagsak. Okay? Number 4, volume is required to push the price up or down. In breakout, high volume is required for the breakout to be valid. Okay? So, napakita ko na sa inyo yung nangyari sa ROX, sa STI, nakaka-breakout lang na mataas yung volume. Okay? Number 5, lastly, ranking of stocks through point system and ranking saves time in stock screening. Okay, so yun lang po. So, profitable trading for our financial freedom, starting this Independence Day. Okay?